Hello. You may have noticed something different about me in the first 5 seconds of this video. I am not wearing glasses, because I just got LASIK surgery last week on Thursday. Shoutouts having to not use glasses. Let's get into rank today. But, it's a pretty crazy one, honestly. The other crazy thing is I switched to OBS instead of Streamlabs. It's not that big of a difference, I would say, hopefully. I actually have the recording on my other screen right now, so I can see if it starts to look bad, and I can, stop the video early and then redo it. I don't know if that's actually going to be the case or not, but we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, well, we're going to talk a lot about the surgery process today and how I'm feeling. But, first off, we got to talk about what the goal of it. So I guess for the first talk of this game, I'm gonna not be able to use one of my eyes. And I will switch each game, which I do not use. So this first stock, I'm not going to use my left eye. See how this goes. Pretty crazy one, I'm not gonna lie. But we'll see. I keep instinctively opening my eye a little bit. Okay. Alright, we're good. We can see, yeah. Huge. I was thinking about doing it no eyes open, but I feel like that one would be a little intense. And it's just basically the same thing as saying, oh, we're gonna play with the stock down. But I think it's basically whoever loses the first stock. If Sheik loses it, or not Sheik, but you know what I mean. My opponent loses it, or I lose it, then I open my eyes, regardless. But, okay. So, LASIK is something that I've thought about and have been told about before, and I would say I haven't really wanted to do it for a long time because I was very scared about lasers in my eyes and the whole shebang. It's also just like, it wasn't the cheapest thing, but I will say I have like an HSA, so if you guys, adulting out here, just get some adult tips of the day. You should invest in your HSA because it is a very good account to use. Why am I playing in Zelda? Sorry. I had to just look at the screen in disbelief that Zelda is still on the screen. My bad. Watch this. Damn. That's actually the classic Zelda where they just get hit on purpose almost. Oh my god! You attacked me with this projectile attack. That's crazy. My bad. Oh shit. Like right there. This is how I think every game versus Zelda should go. Oh my god, the goat! I have never been killed by it. Then they switched to Sheik. It's funny because Sheik, I think, has a way easier time killing at that percent. Is that like 120 or something? You just get a fair. But Zelda has to get a fair, and it's a little bit harder for Zelda to fair than Sheik, I would say. By just a little margin. I'm a little embarrassed that I missed that, I'm not gonna lie. Okay. But yeah, I've been thinking about it for a long time, but I felt that the technology is finally caught up. Even though, realistically, there's probably not been that many breakthroughs with LASIK in the last, 30, 40 years, however long LASIK's been around. To the point where it didn't really matter, but it's more about a mental thing. So actually, if you don't also know, I never talked about this one, I got laser surgery in my mouth for my top teeth, where my gum was, pretty close to, the tooth and stuff like that, of my top teeth. So it's the same thing in my bottom, but they weren't really concerned about that. So I got laserly removed, and that one was a crazy surgery too. But realistically, that one I was scared about because it's inside my mouth. I don't like anything inside my mouth. Pause. But I don't like anything touching my mouth in terms of like tools and stuff. It's not a pleasant experience. Dentist is okay. I will say people are like, damn, the dentist is the worst thing ever. Over time, I've come to appreciate it. It's just the annoying part is I have a hard time telling what the problem is a lot of time when I'm feeling pain. They're like, hey, what tooth is it? Like, is it hot or cold? What? I don't know. You guys know what I mean? It's like, well, I don't know. Like, can you do like X-rays and stuff? But that's never really sometimes talked about. It's just like, they're like, oh yeah, it looks fine. Not much we can do. I've been having like tooth issues for like basically 3 months at this point, and I'm still not satisfied. I went and spent like $80 on an appointment, and they did nothing. So I'm very jaded when it comes to medical stuff. But this year it has been the medical year. I've been like, all right, well, I want to get myself very healthy. I'm trying to make Melee healthy in terms of, you know, coaching and stuff. So like, I want to be the best me that I can be. I mean, some of this is also left over from 2000 and whoa, that was weird. You guys like that? I kind of like. Also, I forgot to close my eyes. I'll close my eyes next stock, okay? So I'm gonna take Sheik's this stock right here, and then I'll close my eyes. Or I'll close my right eye. Right. Now. But yeah, dude, it's actually a lot easier when I close my right eye, I think, than my left. Which is probably not a weird sign with LASIK. Ugh. The depth perception of where Sheik is hard. I feel like I have to grunt a little bit to get Sheik. Oh no. You're down bad. Okay, get the H-Guard. On the woat. Oh! Dude, if I fared though, that would have been beast. Okay, I can see again. But yeah, so yeah, it's been a very health conscious year for me in general. I've been trying to fix a lot of shit. We'll see. But yeah, so this is one of the things I wanted to fix. Elective surgery, so I'm not, you know, telling, oh, you guys should go get LASIK right now. Like, I'm less than 1 week in, and it's been tough, I will say. It's very hard to look at a computer screen in general. I try not to look at my phone too much, like I'm not using my phone as much. And I've used the TV here and there. Like that's actually the easiest thing for me, like looking at a TV screen. So you notice the TV screen in my room is pretty far away. I was trying to force match, but it didn't come out, I guess. I was about to say that. Alright, I don't want to lose to a shielded player. Phew. It's crazy. We're plat 3! This is huge for us, guys. Let's go. Alright, I'm sure you guys actually wanted to know how the surgery was, though. Alright, so I got a consult like 2 weeks ago, I guess, at this point. And they're like, they checked my eyes, make sure I'm all good for the surgery. And at that point, I wasn't like 100% set. I was like, alright, give me 2 weeks. Give me 2 weeks, just like think about it. If I thought about it more, which is probably the wrong thing to do, I would say objectively, is to think about it. I would say you probably should just like do it, especially because they give you discounts for doing it very quickly. Like I think I got $100 off because I did it within 2 weeks or something. It might have been more if I did it within like a week or sooner. I just had a lesson on Falco right before I started recording, so I should, you know, be locked in. Oh, I forgot to close my eyes. My bad. All right, next stock. This one's a weird one, so I've been forgetting to do it more. And I have something I really want to talk about. I'll say that's the case the other times. I'll do it a full stock, okay? So like, no, yeah, I'll do it a full stock because it's not fair. So Oh, that was close. Okay. When I lose my next stock, then I can open up my eyes, okay? Alright, left eye closed. Let's get back into it. But yeah, I've been thinking about... I opened up my left eye instinctively because I got a grab. My bad. Alright. But yeah, I've thought about this for a while. I've been kind of chill with glasses, but at the same time, I don't know. There's been like a lot of it where I'm like, man, I think my face would look better without them. I don't like contacts at all. I don't like anything touching my eyes. So doing the surgery in general was also a hurdle for that aspect. Very nervously, I was thinking about, there's a laser just like in my eye. That doesn't feel that great. I have to get... Honestly though, if I knew the recovery, I would probably have hesitated more. I didn't read up on it too hard. It's not pleasant, I would say. I mean, that's kind of getting ahead. Okay, let me step back. All right, console, everything was fine. I didn't even see the surgeon or anything. Just saw like a couple doctors, and they said, yeah, you can do LASIK. You should be good. So, surgery day. It was at 3 o'clock on Thursday last week, and I go there, and everyone is getting everyone and their mom, literally everyone and their mom is getting LASIK done at the same time. Okay. Clearly depth perception with one eye was not good enough there. So, everyone and their mom was getting it done. And I was there for 2 hours. And you know how long the surgery for LASIK is? Whoa. That's crazy. That was lazy beyond repair. Oh, shnikes. You know what? That was really well played. Well played by both opponents, especially me. I'm just psychotic sometimes. I'm sorry. But yeah. So I was there for 2 hours. The whole thing took 5 minutes. Basically, they did the same test that they did the first day, essentially. And they did all those tests, and alright, closing left eye. So, right eye's open. So I did all those tests, and I was in the waiting room probably for an hour, just like, kind of vibing. Then they take you back, and they do these drops to say, oh yeah, so you don't look bloodshot when you're getting out of it. But yeah, I'll do it till I lose this stock. That'll be the rule. I have so many of these different challenges, it's gonna be hard to remember all the rules when I do them. Do you guys, like, want me to do, like, the same one a few times to, like, see, you know, if I can do it? The problem is about doing the same one is... Okay, oh wait, I can open my eyes, my bad. If I had my eyes open, I was hitting that wrist. No cap. Dude, I got really greedy there. I should have taken my hit with the back here. Aw, I hesitated. And, you know, hesitation is the thief of joy. Not comparison, it's actually hesitation. What an edge guard, then, by the king himself. What an edge guard by the king himself. I mean, I played really well. It's weird because my facial expressions feel different now that I don't have glasses to accentuate them. So you might see like exaggerated or not exaggerated looks from me, but that one was like a wow, crazy, man. It's actually so weird. There's been a lot of time I played in a tournament yesterday where I was like trying to like I do a lot of like tics and stuff like that. Not tics, but like, you know, like habits, I guess is a better word for them. I do a lot of, like, habits when, like, I'm nervous. I mean, that is a saying, right? Nervous tick? I don't know. But, so I do a lot of those. And one is I always like to push my glasses up, you know, like the power up. And I was like, man, I was, like, trying to put my hands through my face. And I was like, one, you can't touch your eyes. That's a big thing during recovery. Then two, I was like, well, there's no glasses here anymore to push. So I just, like, started, like, my hair has never been, like, felt as much in a set as that day. I was just like messing around with my hair all tournament. It was really weird, a sensation. But I will say a CRT and a computer screen is so different. Because on a CRT, my eyes were not like being bothered that much, but on these computer monitor screens, they hurt so bad. Not like hurt, but like they're really bothering me. But yeah, okay, back to the surgery. I keep. Also, I need the eyes closed after the stock. Yeah, I'll do that after this stock. You know what? All right, left eye closed. We're good. Let's start from here. It doesn't really matter anyways, because it's when I lose my stock. It kind of matters, but like, do you guys really care about the integrity of my challenges? They're made up by me sometimes 20 minutes before I start recording. This one I've been thinking about all day, because I was like, well, I need to do one of a based around sight. Also, that was a sightless edge guard. Well, one eye edge guard. That's pretty crazy with me. Not gonna lie. Watch this one. Fuck. What? I just had to sing grab ledge there. I didn't think I had to. Oh, didn't mean to open my eye there. I was like, I need to start reacting to shit. That's what I was thinking, so I need to open up both eyes. React. So, okay. I need something to happen for you guys. And my sake, so I can see again. But yeah, so, surgery. Back to it. So I was like basically waiting for like 2 hours, essentially, because it only took 5 minutes. I'm very engrossed in what's happening with this Falco and me. We're just kind of dancing. Yo, Jack Sawyer is kind of putting up a fight. I won't lie. Jack Sawyer is kind of. Whoa, Jack Sawyer with the shine? I'm thinking about Lost, you know? You guys watch Lost? Bro, I swear, I've been getting the worst Phantoms lately. I was playing last night against Porkers. Go to Cheek player if you guys don't know. It's game 5, and I was about to win. I was up 2 stocks to 1. I was like 80%. I get down throw. It lands on the flat side plat, and I go for down throw rest, or down throw RTC rest, and I get Phantom. And I was putting an edge guard sequence, so I lose my stock. And then the last stock of game 5, I get put in an edge guard sequence for literally my entire stock. I barely get out of it, and then I get a reversal edge guard eventually and click a rest. I was at like a 90. It's like one more aerial would have just killed me. And I was thinking about it, and I was like, dude, I don't know if I'm getting unlucky or what. I don't know if I'm just like missing. Like I need to like grind. Wow, that was a pretty crazy upper attempt by me. I just need to grind more or something. I don't know. It's really hard to say like why I'm missing sometimes when I do, you know? And I'm like thinking, okay, that was terrible by the way. Forward throw. What? Yo, Jack Sawyer might be the best Falco player in the world. We gotta go back, Jack. We gotta go back to when I was winning this game. I mean, was I ever winning this game? Jack's kind of been out of control. I don't know if this is actually true. Where was I? Okay. They take me back, and the surgeon greets me. He's like, "Hey, what's up? Like, this will be quick and easy or whatever." He probably didn't say any of those words. Okay, so the big thing is I blanked most of that 5 minutes. It was not pleasant at all. So the big thing I was thinking about was the numbing drops. So I've gotten my eyes dilated in the past, and I have this thing where like sometimes when I don't know, I think it's a normal human reaction sometimes, but like sometimes when it's like unexpected and I don't know what's gonna happen, I like feel like kind of faint and like feel not great at all from a thing. So in this case, it was like numbing drops or you know, like to get your eyes checked at like the eye doctor. So that happened like a couple years ago. It happened like twice when I did them, so I stopped getting them done. But I also went to a place that stopped doing that, so that's kind of part of it as well. So I was kind of worried about that aspect of the surgery, but the thing is, they put the eye drops in your eyes 20 seconds before working on them. I was like, what? It just works like that? I'm about to have a laser in my eye, and they just put in numbing drops, and they're going ham. I was expertly played by me, by the way. Expert. No one has ever seen a better last talk of Puff Falco in their life by me. It's not even true at all. That was terrible. Do not recreate that at home, Chief. But alright, right eye closed. But yeah, so essentially, that was terrible, by the way. Okay, so I get in there, and they put the drops in, and what they didn't tell you is that it's 2 lasers. It's not 1 laser. So it's not just like, oh, you gotta deal with the one thing and you're done. Nope. So what happens was they put the drops in, and then they're like, oh, I'm just gonna put some like things in your eyes to like, you know, make it so the laser can work. So they put like an eye thing so your eyes like stay open. But then they also put this other thing where it's like, it was almost like a magnifying glass, I felt like, on the eye. And dude, the pressure that was exerted on my eye was not great. I've never felt that way in my eye. I'm sure if people have like glaucoma, I mean not glaucoma, but like some like eye disease, it's probably the same thing that happens, because they feel like pressure build up on their eye. But that was probably the worst thing I've felt with my eyes. And so they do that, and then they're like, alright, it's gonna get dark in a second, so you'll be okay. And there's this thing where they give you stress balls, which was very generous to them. I should have gotten that edge guard, by the way. Oh wait, I can open my eyes. If I could open my eyes, I would have gotten that edge guard. No! Okay. Okay. Watch this edge guard, though. Just take me out back, man. I don't deserve that. That's a really unique edge guard I've been doing, where I do basically an initial... Nope, that was terrible. I do an initial attack to cover very, very early side B, and then I do a second attack that covers the actual side B that they're gonna do. Dude, Jack Sawyer! Can we, like, get this guy signed to a team? I've been talking about myself, like, oh, it would be really nice to get, like, even a baby sponsor. But Jack Sawyer, bro, he deserves the world. I am not on Jack Sawyer's level. Like, I don't know, I'm just thinking about Jack Sawyer. I'm just like, it gets me happy for the future of Melee that Jack Sawyer... I say this, and like, Jack Sawyer's probably been playing for 20 years. So it's like not the future of Melee, you know? But I like to think that is the future of Melee. What the... See, only a Jack Sawyer could have made that edgeguard recovery. Edgeguard recovery... Did I say meant to D-turn? That's not how it goes. I say this, but he's also kind of just camping me, like, pretty aggressively. But, you know, it feels smart. Right, sometimes you can appreciate the little, like, subtleties in Melee. Subtleties in life, in general. I'm sorry. I'm actually just, like, I would say a tease, but, like, I don't know. I might have ADHD. I don't like self-diagnosing and stuff like that. I think that stuff is bad, because a lot of time where I would get in these things with health problems where I would, like, look up the symptoms and stuff, and then I would feel worse. Like, very anxious and, like, actually give myself, like, real issues. So, I try and not do that stuff anymore. Nowadays, I'm like, alright, let me just go to the doctor and figure it out. It's kind of my game plan. I still do that a lot, but I'm not like, I'm gonna die type of thing anymore. Maybe not die, but, like, I'm not like, oh, okay, I don't have this debilitating issue. So that's also part of Health Conscious 2000. Oopsie. What place? That is also part of the Health Conscious 2026 movement for me. But did I even mention like why I was starting to talk about that? See, that's also part of why I don't like this self diagnose or whatever. But sometimes I do think I have like ADHD but it's also probably just like an aspect of like talking about like this stuff. It's also just an aspect of like talking and wanting to fill time. Not fill time, I mean, I'm saying the wrong words. Alright, there's an aspect of like wanting to like keep you guys entertained. So like my mind bounces in all these different directions and I don't finish thoughts. And I really want to finish thoughts, but it's almost like I need a second person to tell me, hey, chill out. Just go through one thought at a time. And I need like that. And that's what I think people's like ADHD medication does. So maybe I do need that. But I think it is probably more an aspect of the videos that bring it out more. But I don't know. Yeah, I had to take a sip of water after that one. I was yapping. But this challenge is actually going pretty well. We'll probably do one more and end it because my eye. So my left eye is the one that's bothering me. It's not like that blurry, but like I can tell because it's dry, the blurriness gets affected there. So it definitely isn't that great. It's been getting worse, I would say. I did see the eye doctor yesterday, and they said my eyes are fine, so I'm not worried about damage or like having to get them redone. As long as like my vision doesn't like completely blur out of one of my eyes or whatever, I'll be fine. So I'm sure the recovery will end up being fine, but it does feel not great when one of my eyes doesn't feel great, so I can't really look at a computer screen that long. Like doing work right now is like pretty fucking difficult because I work at a desk computer job all day, so I can't really. I'm not like working with my hands. It's not me. But okay. Back to the surgery. It's a 5-minute surgery, and we're 25 minutes into the video, and I haven't even told you about it yet. Completely. So they give me these stress balls, right? So when they're putting that, like, magnifying glass on my eye, I started squeezing the stress balls, because I was like, oh god, this does not feel good at all. So, alright, so those go in, and they said, okay, it's going to be dark in a second. So I haven't gotten there's no laser activity in my eyes yet. Nice. That was a good rest. Oh, I couldn't open up my eyes because I lost stock. I was doing that challenge for the entire game, basically. Clip it and ship it to your favorite clips channel. I've actually been forgetting to turn on shadowplay because sometimes my shadowplay turns off. I think it's because I'm switching between 4K and 1080p modes on my monitor. So that's why I think I don't know if anyone else has experienced this with having 1080p and 4K on your monitor, where if you do shadowplay, sometimes it turns off, or if you experience shadowplay turning off in general. But it turns off all the time, and I get lazy and try and turn it back on. But if I did have it on, that's what would have been recorded, is that interaction right there. But, okay. So they were like, alright, it's going to get dark. Alright, let me close my right eye. It's going to get dark in a second. I was like, okay, cool. And, dude, you couldn't see anything. The shit was scary AF. When I don't like not being able to see anything out of my eyes when my eyes are supposed to be open. So the laser starts and they give you a countdown. They're like, all right, 20 seconds or whatever. So it's like a video game where it's like you just survive is the goal, and you're just like, okay, let me just make it to the 20-second mark. And the actual laser isn't on your eye that long. But the process is, yeah, it probably took 5 minutes for the whole thing to be done. So when the laser starts, it's very loud, but the thing that was really weird about it was you could just like smell the laser burning your eye, and it smelled awful. And when that started, I was like, what the fuck is going on right now? Where am I? And why am I doing this type of vibe? So that's when I had my stress balls in my hands. I can see again. I had my stress balls in my hand. I just started squeezing them very tightly at that point. I was like, dude, get me the fuck out of this laser. 10 seconds. It's like, actually like whoever was doing the voices, they should have been like a video game voice announcer. It actually felt like I was in a video game. And I was like, you know, in a cutscene where it's like, oh shit, like something's about to go down right now. So eventually they get done with the first laser, and they start taking So they do it one eye at a time, right? So they take the stuff out of your eyes, like the magnifying glass and like the clamp, and that shit does not feel good coming out. You know, some things feel good going in or don't feel good coming out, but that one just didn't feel good going in. It did not feel good going out either. Was that a whole set? What? Alright, we're gonna load up unranked and just finish this because I have to get through it. So, because I don't want to like dictate myself to a set of melee that could be like multiple games against a peak or something like that, you know what I mean? So, essentially, I get through the first laser and I can start seeing. I was like, oh, this is really weird. It's very blurry. And I'm like, alright. They were like, alright, the hard part's over. I'm like, thank God, the hard part is over. So they get me, they stand me up, and they walk me over to the next laser section. It like, again, video game-esque. So they get me in the second laser section. I'm like, I've already gone numb. Once they put, okay, so the second they started putting my eye drops and they instantly started working my eye, my brain just shut down. There was no thoughts in my head besides listen to instructions and then get out of this thing. So they walk me over to the next laser, they sit me down, and they're like, alright, yeah, hard part is done. That's fine. When we start the next one, they don't have to put the magnifying glass things in my eyes. And I was like, thank God. That was the part that was scaring the hell out of me. So they don't put that in my eye, and I'm like, alright, well, if that's not the case, I'm fine. This one was weird, though, because you could see the whole time. I was thinking when you do it, you would be able to see the laser, like, going in your eye, which is also part of my anxiety. I was like, dude, that would be whack as fuck if I'm, like, just glaring at a giant bright light, and it's just, like, destroying my eyes, technically. But no, that's not the case at all. I guess how it works is it doesn't actually, like, maybe you can't see that part. I don't know if it's because, like, your eye is mentally trying to focus at... They give you this, like, green light and, like, these lights to look at in both, you know, lasers. I don't know if it's your brain is focusing on that, or it's trying to block out the fact that its eyeball is getting lasered. Is that why you're not seeing it, or what? I don't know the exact science, but you couldn't see yourself getting lasered at all. But in this one, your eyes are just really blurry looking at the bright light. And again, video game announcer is like, 20 seconds. I'm like, oh shit. We're almost done. And by the time we got to this laser, again, so numb. But this one was going pretty fine. What I didn't like is that towards the end of when they were done with one of the eyes, like, alright, laser's done. They started like, kind of like almost poking it. Like, I guess like adjusting the flaps and stuff of your eye. Because I think that's what really gets like, they're doing. So when they started doing that, then I was freaking out. Because there was just like, this thing coming at my eyes with no protection against it. And I was like, dude, are they gonna like start like cutting my eye? And I was like, what's going on right now? And I did not like that, because you also couldn't see, so you're very disoriented in that section. You could see. It wasn't like pitch black or anything with the other one. It was just insanely blurry, so it was hard to like focus or anything. Whoa, they're lag switching me. Yep, that's my fault for sure. I say lag switch, but like, you know what I mean. Bro, what is going on? This is what... Imagine we had to play this person in ranked. I would just be pissed. But... Alright, so we get done the second laser. And I'm like, oh my god. And he was like, oh, great. You're done. Like, you're all good, bro. And then he started giving me instructions. And you know my ass was not listening to anything. Again, really numb at this point. And I get out of the waiting room. I was like, dude, you can start seeing instantly. Like, okay, your eyes are very numb. And, like, very, What did I do? Did I do something wrong? Did I invoke the wrath of Ava in a bad way? Like, am I just a toxic person in game? Sorry, Swaggerby, it is time to play someone else. Sorry. I actually would, under normal circumstances, play, but this is not the case right now. We're trying to finish the story. We technically could have finished our story against Peach, but I don't know. I need a fox to just, like, mindlessly melt my brain against while I'm talking about my eyes getting melted. But, yeah, so, essentially, you can start seeing right away. but the whole thing was weird. You get home, and I took melatonin for the first time. The intention was to take it at a tournament, and then I actually looked up how much melatonin I was supposed to take, and I got like a 10 milligram maximum strength one, and they were like, and my Alexa, because I didn't want to look at my phone, was like, yeah, you should not take more than like 2 to 3 milligrams. I was like, oh shit, how am I? So I started cutting it up because I needed to sleep ASAP. The whole thing was the worst pain was going to be within the first like couple, basically in the first couple hours. So I wanted to sleep right away, and it ended up eventually working. And I will say, it was good sleep because I didn't wake up at all, and I have a big thing where I usually do wake up. So if I didn't wake up and my eyes were literally burned, high key at a tournament, I should be using it. But the only thing is I have to like cut it and crush it up or whatever, so it's like only 2 milligrams instead of 10. Or I buy one that's just like less in dose. I don't know. I just don't want to give myself like an issue because I took like 10 milligrams instead of like, you know, half of a pill. So we'll see about actually using it in the real world. But I wake up and I have to start taking these eye drops and stuff. So I took the eye drops and my eyes burned, and I was like, bro. So I went to my Alexa. I was like, is it okay to use eye drops? And it's having burn. And they're like, yeah, it's pretty normal. I was like, what the fuck? So I didn't realize that was gonna be a big thing, and that's the annoying part right now. Pretty much every time I put in eye drops, they start burning, and I'm just unusable as a human for 20 to 30 minutes. Maybe not 20 minutes. Maybe not 30. Definitely not 30 minutes. But like, I would say a good 20 to a good 10 to 15 minutes on average. I'm just unusable as a human. And I will say my left eye is still very dry and stuff, but in terms of actual vision, like, I can tell when I close my left eye right now, my vision's fine. Like, it's not like that. I can tell it's dry and it's like raw still. It does not feel great. And it makes it really hard to like focus on the screen. So you guys should be very happy I'm even doing a video right now. And with that, once this game is over, I think we can call it there. We'll you know, bring it up, you know, later. So I will say this was the laser LASIK video, and I hope you guys appreciate. They have chat disabled. I hope you guys appreciate this. I'm sorry if medical stuff is not your thing, but I also hope that the quality of the video was good. I really appreciate you guys watching last week's video. I think it was another banger in terms of support. So if you guys keep liking them, I will keep making them. That was always my intention with these videos. I like making them, and I hope you guys like watching them. And I also really appreciate you guys watching to the end. I will see you guys next week because I was thinking about doing 2 videos, but because this eye is so fucked up, I need to give it some time to heal. And I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.